Hi, my name is Nicole Cutts, and I'd like to welcome you to the Vision Quest Chronicles. Today's topic is going to be on writer's block / writer's clog. Every time I say clog after block, I mess up saying block, but that's okay. I think you get the point. The point is that today was one of those days. I sat down, tried to write, gave myself a nice 3-hour block. I'd done all my admin type of other work yesterday, cleared the deck, social media blackout. All told, I got about half an hour of writing done through that. So, what do I want to talk about? First of all, I want to talk about the difference between writer's block and writer's clog. Block, we all know, I won't bother with that. Clog just means that the writing might be coming, but it's really coming slowly. Just like when you have a clog in your drain that's not completely blocked, and like the water fills up and then it drains out really slowly, and you know you should do something about it, but you wait till it's completely clogged. Anyway, it was kind of like that. So I kept struggling with it for a while. I was feeling very frustrated, watching the time going. Then I said, well, let me turn my attention to other things. Maybe if I release a little bit of the pressure that I'm putting on myself, that'll help. So I turned my attention to other things. I had some more admin stuff I hadn't gotten to yesterday, did a little bit of that, tried to come back again, still wasn't working. So this time I decided I was just going to leave entirely. I was going to go take a walk. Exercise is always good. Sometimes I do a little yoga in the house. Grabbed Rex. He's always happy when we do this. Took him to the river. Had a nice walk. Well, it was a good walk, although we were running from mosquitoes the whole time. But that's okay, because it made me walk faster. So, what did I learn from today? Well, I learned that you can't always get as much writing done as you'd like. Sometimes you just have to do your best. I did check in with my coach, and she said that what I needed to do was take it easy on myself, release some of the pressure, lower my expectations. Sometimes it's just like that. That's not exactly what I wanted to hear, but I have to admit it helped. The other thing that she told me is that it's quantity, not quality at this point. That's part of the problem. I'm still kind of editing as I'm writing and thinking about as I'm writing reams and reams of stuff about how I'm going to have to go back and edit it. The other thing she told me that was helpful was that this is a process that I'm learning. I mean, I'm not really an author. You know, I've written a few things, but that doesn't make me an author. And even when you are a writer, it's a really difficult process. So I'm learning, and I'm trying to content myself with that. So what are the things you can do when you're either blocked or clogged? Well, I've named a few of them. You can keep yourself in the chair and keep trying. You can give yourself a break and return to it and see if it's better. Sometimes if it's really bad, you might have to abandon it entirely. The other thing you can do, take some exercise. You can do some timed writing exercises. For example, say I'm going to write for 10 minutes. I got that tip from Natalie Goldberg. I did that, but I kind of did it as half an hour today. And you just set your clock or your stopwatch, whatever, and you just sit down and write. So those are some of the kind of things you can do. What else? So we talked about exercise. We talked about giving yourself a break. We talked about holding yourself in the spot. Oh, that's the other thing. Sometimes forcing it is what you need to do, and sometimes forcing it is exactly what you don't need to do. And by forcing it, what I mean is just holding yourself in the spot and being disciplined. Sometimes that doesn't work. And then you can always put it aside for the day and come back another time. So that's basically what I ended up doing today. Not beating myself up. Went out, took a nice walk, did the good half hour of writing. I won't exactly say that it flowed or that it felt great, but when I got to the end of the half hour, I realized that I had written about a certain incident or section that I had set out to write. So in a way, it kind of was meant to be that way. That's all I have for today. I'd love to hear your comments on what you do when you have writer's block and or writer's clog. And come back next time where hopefully I will report that my writing went really smoothly. Good night.